All right, welcome back. Welcome back. How are we all doing today? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on time zone. So we are going to go through a comment from Iken Guru. He says something that I would like to share with us. Many of us have seen the video. Many of us have seen what he said, and his comment is not new. This is not the first time he made this kind of comment, but there's a reason why I choose to react on it. You know, in this life, if you want to do something, make sure that you are proud of what you're doing. If you get tired of that, please, you can also just step out, but step out respectfully. Don't just try to allow yourself to be used to commit something that you may regret later. Remember, I'm not here to attack anybody or to go against anybody. I just want us to set the record straight. This is not an attack on anybody. No, it's not an attack on Ike Gurago or anybody at all. But for us to remember how the whole thing started. And from there we can connect it to what is going on. Many of you know him. Many of you know that he was a very, devoted follower of Master Americano. He was one of the media preaching about Biafra, preaching about the freedom, preaching everything. And the issue of Ijele Speak. How many of you remember the time of Ijele Speak when he was then in Turkey? Ijele was in Turkey. So I could remember the day when him and some people in IPOB then started to say something or trying to attack Ijele, because Ijele went to the meeting in Turkey then. I mean IPOB meeting in Turkey, and he was like, okay, this is my problem with you guys. This is problem with Master Americano, that. He disagreed on some issues about Master Americano, which did not go down well to Ikenga and people in IPOB. Okay, and somehow they planned about making sure that Ikenga was, sent back. Maybe this issue. Those who followed at the beginning, who was able to remember what happened during that time, we concur. I mean, you will realize what I'm saying now shouldn't be a strange thing to your ear or to your hearing. Now he makes a comment, and that comment is this. He talked about, he always go after Master American. He always have something to say about Master American, and he did not, shy away now to also come out with this new idea of attacking Master American the way he felt, the way he wants. Now, the comment that he made here will surprise you. For some of you that have not watched it, I want to listen to this. Very, very important that you do so, because, like I said, we are not here to attack anybody, but we are here to set the record straight. Now, listen to this conversation.
And setting our place several years backward. And somebody will come on space and say, Nandekan is a prisoner of culture. Look at this one called Nikki or what? Because of monetization. She don't even care to share a devil and confess that devil is now a savior. Because of money. It's not as if they don't know what is going on.
Now, he's attacking Nikki. Is it Nikki Agnes? Yes. Nikki Agnes, is in this space together with Ikenga. I don't know how the host of the program, I don't know. I don't know why Nikki went there, I don't understand. But no matter what it may be, they were there, and this man tried to pick on her. Okay? He said what we just heard about Nikki. It did not end there. He also said this thing, because here is this is where the attack starts. He's commenting, and like I said, this is not the first time he's saying some of this nonsensical thing against Master Monacano. And he's saying it to the hearing of Master Monacano people, like Master Monacano's family, even the wife. There was a time, I think a few years ago, he said that the Master Monacano palace. Remember Master Monacano's father is a king, which is Igwe in their community. He said that the Igwe palace that statement did not go down well with Master Kano's in-law, which is Master Prophet. So Master Prophet lamented on that, and that somehow lead to him, Ikenga, attacking him, and he said to take down Master Prophet's account. Listen.
I was the person that brought her face page down. Yes. Why did I do that? Because you can't tell me that you are against what's the name of this guy? Adeyinka grandson. All of us were shouting, jail him. And go back and compare the head speech of Adeyinka grandson and bring it to compare with Nnamdi Kanu's own.
That he single-handedly, brought down Nikki Agnes' page on Facebook down single-handedly, and he have done that to Master Prophet. He have also done that to Nikki. Have done that to Social in France. Now the thing is this: I don't know how they provoke him. I don't know. I cannot tell you that this is what he did, what they did against him. He himself is not telling you the reason why he brought down Nikki Agnes' page. That's why he said, you cannot tell me that you are against Adeyinka grandson. Many of you know Adeyinka grandson, the man who called for the buying of Igbo people in the western region of Nigeria, which is Yoruba land. He called for that. He bragged about how they're going to use chemical weapon, how they're going to use biological weapon. Many of you know, unless if you are JJC, you may not remember, but if you know, you know. Adeyinka grandson is one of he doesn't hide his own hate. And Nigerian government did not call for his arrest or for his deportation like they did to Amaka in Canada. This is part of injustice we are talking about. Then a fellow Igbo man is telling you that he brought down another Igbo person page, because the person is not maybe did not accept or agree with Adeyinka grandson request on how to commit genocide. So Ikenga is in support of that. According to him, that's why he felt so bad. How can Nikki Agnes be talking about Adeyinka grandson and at the same time supporting Master Monokan? Therefore, everything about you must go down. I don't know if Nikki used his video. I don't know anything at all. I cannot tell, but it's shocking. Honestly, no matter how the person provoke you, even if you have an issue with the person, why don't you put a call to him and to her and said, my sister, this is what you are saying, this is my take on that, before taking action like that. Like I said, this is not the first time. The same thing happened to Master Prophet, it happened to Sister in France, then it happened to who again? Nikki now. This is the few I can remember. Maybe it happened to other people that I don't know. But guess what? It is an Igbo man against Igbo man.
Which one do you think is more brutal? Who do you think that deserves to be in jail? Why are we so? Why is our people this evil? Oh, when it comes to Fulani people, every time Fulani, and the governor of Anambra State, my governor, the government that I supported so much, have come out to tell you that 99% of people that they caught kidnapping are Igbos, but he's
a Bubago. Is a Bubago. Is a Bubago that is kidnapping.
Let someone remember. Look, I know when it comes to security in Anambra State,
somebody interjected and said, no, it's not that Soludo got it wrong. He's not Igbo person. It's not only Igbo people. That is a Bubago, is a bag. He said, no. That when it comes to security in Anambra State, that he himself has intel as what? Are you getting the point? What is your position in the government? How can you brag that you know all these things? Now, we are going to continue, but I want to show you something. Okay, let me allow him to finish what he wants to say about what he knows about security in Anambra State, so that it's not be as if I'm running too fast. Hear him the more.
They will tell you, you can't tell me what is going on when it comes to security in Imo State. You can't tell me, oh, this is what is going on. I will tell you and go and verify. Look, 99.9% of kidnappers, rapists, pedophiles we have in the Igbo land are all Igbo, and they are in this Simon and a few of this Kano.
Now, You heard him, right? Now take a look at this. Just pay attention. Let us see what of the crime. Because of the platform we are using, I'm not going to bring the brutal one like the one that you will see Ozum Mad or Mad or Banam Mad. I'm not going to bring it here, but just take a look at this conversation or incident. That will give you an idea of what is going on in our land. Then it will also help you to understand who could be, those that are behind the insecurity going on, or those that are threatening people's life in our land. It's not as if he don't know, not at all. It's not as if none of them, because he's not the only one. Most of the people that were in IPOB before, that's happened to have issue with Master Kanu at last, are now calling for his head. When some people said, that's why I don't take IPOB duels serious. It is good to point finger at Ijele speak that he could be one of those that cover face to testify against Master Kanu. Is understandable. I understand that, and the sense is there. But as we are doing that, Ijele came out and said the same thing, even more brutal, more raw than those who appear in the court against Master Kanu. When he said that, all of them that were suspecting, oh, it could be Ijele, it could be, as if it's Ijele, you are going to do anything. I'm not calling for head of anybody, or I'm not calling for killing of anybody. I'm not in support of it. I'm not in support of violence or criminality. No, not at all. But we have to analyze this for educational purposes, for you to have the knowledge. That's the main objective of me talking about it. I'm not trying to encourage you to go all out and begin to attack anybody or begin to say something that will cause any problem. But when you know your problem, then you can only know how to solve it. Like as I was saying, Ijele speak have said something that is more raw and more deadly against Master Kanu after they released him from prison of late. Before he said that, because he granted interview to Platform Oshowere, called Sahara Reporter. And if you watch that video, you can understand that these guys are not relenting. A lot of things that is going on, the arrest of Okechukwu, they didn't Okechukwu, they kidnap Okechukwu, they are all these people. They will turn around and tell you that Igbos are the one killing, whereas they are the one. Today you hear that somebody's that the state governors and went to somebody's house, village or community and put down the house. For what? For saying that Biafra should be alone, for saying that Master Kanu should be released, or for saying that we don't need to keep waiting for our people to be tried and sent to judgment by Fulani invaders. They will say, no. For you to say that, you are committing a crime. And Igbo people will be the one to go there and knock at the doors of police people or army and pointing at their brother's house for them to go there, only for them to go there with the bulldozer and put the house down. In their mind, that's a way to stop people from calling for freedom and peace, because that's the only way to have peace. You cannot tell me that you have people who happen to engage themselves in some of the terrorism, being the security, being reintegrated the security, and all of a sudden they're non-angel. They not know how to keep the law. They are non-law abiding citizens. It doesn't work that way. It's not possible. Now, Ikenga here says something that, like I said, I'm going to play a video now so that you will understand. Compare it to what he said. That those committing, when you hear about buying people, kidnapping, forcefully sleeping on people, that kind of all this manner of crime that everybody that is condemnable, that all of us have condemned, that whenever you hear that from our land or anywhere, it is our people that are committing it. And I'm here to tell you that it's not true. Watch this video.
Kai, why when I carry this cow, come to enter my farm like this? Eh? See this, say I am we plant here. Eh? See the leg. Now I am there inside here. Kai haba, zomana. Eh? Okay, this leaf. See. This is a vegetable. Eh? Why when I carry the worker here? Hey.
Now the owner of the farm, this is somebody farmland. Fulani went there with their cattle, with their cow, and begin to destroy everything. And this man was trying to confront them. Don't you know that this is from somebody's farmland? This is a yam, this is this, that. The response will shock you from a Fulani man. And this is in Igbo land. Igbo land. This is one out of many. And the man, the Fulani man, you hear the part where he said that I can buy you here. Listen, this is old video. It's not new one. Don't get it, but this will tell you that it has been happening like this. Now it is not. They are not longer warning you. They'll buy.
Hey, you dey craze? Call your brother. Call that your brother.
The man, the owner of the family, is talking with authority. Call your brother. Come. The Fulani man kept quiet, but without this man knowing that everything that he's saying here is irritating the Fulani man, the man was, was trying to manage his anger until he get to some certain level, and the Fulani man begin to react. Even the man begin to fear in his own land, in his own farmland. Watch.
Hey, this is what I do. How you breathe on the eye? Eh?
Just pay attention. Pay attention. You understand?
Look at it. No believe.
This one is Ugu leaf. Ugu leaf. They destroyed everything with that. This is not like when this thing happened. That was when Fulani these headers, they will warn you. They always warn the farmers. Now they don't have time to warn. Even if you turn your back, they'll buy you immediately. Especially if you dare show anger that somehow their cow eats anything. Because the agenda is to create fear in you. And somebody will now listen.
This is Calafia. My potato. So they call you, they run. So be say sorry. Why I know will snap you? Eh?
Now the man said, I am calling you and you are running. So don't you know how to say sorry? Do you know the reply from this Fulani? The first thing that he said is, why are you withholding me? All this complaints this man is mentioning from day one when he appeared there, when he landed there. He started calling them. Can't you see, this is my farmland, this is yam, this is ugu leaf, this is my potato. You just vandalize everything, you have destroyed everything, and I'm calling your brother. Don't you know that this is my farm? They kept quiet. They noticed that the man is recording. They started, look at, they pretend as if they want to talk to the man, but they are targeting to grab the phone. And next thing you hear now is a threat from them.
So if you say sorry.
You see, he kept quiet. Now he rushed, he grabbed the camera.
Why you go carry my phone?
Why go snap me now like this?
Eh?
Why they snap
me? So if you say sorry.
So I say sorry, why go snap me now?
I hear I say it. But your brother,
so why go snap me? I don't like that now.
You don't know me.
If I don't know you,
you don't know me for that place. Eh?
Why they snap me like this now? I go run for you. No. Come on, that. If you snap me like this, I how much they are bet? I won't give you the phone. I got to cut you like this. Thunder fire you. How much they are bet? I'm not going to give you my phone.
At this point, they started dragging the phone. Just watch.
Yes, now. Thunder fire your mother.
You can see the Fulani man calling Thunder to fire. Okay?
Thunder fire your mother. I'm not going to give you. How much they are bet? What is it happening? The family. Mind yourself, mind yourself. Thunder fire yourself. Never keep cut your left. Thunder fire your mother. What is happening now? What is happening? You don't know me. Yeah? You don't know me. What is it? Mind yourself, mind yourself.
You say sorry. So you don't go say sorry.
Thunder fire your mother.
So you don't go say sorry for me.
One day I go take key for this number.
You can hear that.
I don't give you the phone.
You can hear that.
Go and do it.
Wait.
The case. It's a case.
He said, me, I go fit kill you now. Listen.
Going to him. Me, I go to kill you now.
In Ania. Now, then Ikenga.
The remaining one are ordinary criminals from the same Igbo and few people from.
You see, when this Fulani had encounter with this farmer from Igbo land, that was when the whole crime is said coming little by little. Like it's not as intense as it is now. No Fulani man will now give this, like you confront them like this now. Alone in your farmland, you go to Chukwuka from there instanta. In fact, if you are lucky to make it alive, then you will never your experience you don't need anybody to advance you anymore. Do you understand? It can only be a divine, like it must be a miracle for you to be alive. After challenging them like this, they will, even if you do that and succeed, they will come back at night to fear the person. Do you understand? So it is not, and this guy, they know everything, but yet, Igbo people, if it's a Ludo with
outside Igbo land.
Wait, please, can you run that maths again? Because
take it again. 99.9% of rapists we have back home, kidnappers we have, car hijackers we have, pedophiles we have, they are all Igbos, and they are struggling people with Isi Kano on profile picture. In fact, Isi Simon on profile picture with few Ndisi Nand Kano.
Wow.
Then the remaining, look, I'm coming. And the remaining one are just ordinary criminals from different part of Igbo land. They are the same Igbo people with few, just tiny number of people from outside Igbo land. That's just the fact.
Okay.
I'm coming. Since this year, I can assure you that, okay, let me take it from last year. I can assure you that Operation Udogachi, if you go by the statistics, I can assure you that they never arrest more than 2 Fulani people. They never arrest. I know sure self they arrest any Fulani person. It's always look, my brother. Let me tell you, it's all easy. I'm coming now. Tell me one thing you can boldly say that Nand cannot have achieved.
Before you come to that, let us just look into what you just said now. That Operation Udogachi have not arrested any Fulani person. That's the problem. Thank God you confess that. Not even to, they have not arrested anybody. Just like they have not, even state government have not arrested any Fulani. Not at all. Ebubago have never ever arrested any Fulani. Not at all. Ihamufu is head of Fulani people as we speak today. When they bomb people and buy people in the farmland, what you say is that, yeah, that indigenous people provoke them. I don't know the kind of brain or idiocy that some of us are cooperating with. Is it spiritual or ignorant? Or this you are just born to commit nuisance? I don't get it. But whatever that may be, you are proving that you are not what people actually think that you are. I watched some of you people. When I say you people, because there's another person that you are going to watch the video on this video. I'm going to bring his own side of the story. Siding this guy, sounding like this guy. We all know that to be a governor in the Igbo land, first thing, you have to be, no matter your qualification, you have to sign, that you have to be a slave. I'm not talking about slave, give them money, but a slave in the sense that you can sell everything about your people, about your land, about your race, about your origin, about your Igbo nation, to maintain this name, governor, which is always about you and your family. not for anybody. So Ludo is one of the least person that I expect to be to be committing this kind of thing that he's committing now. I did not see that coming. I thought that somehow I actually believe in his like professorship certificate, like as a professor. I actually believe that he's not going to be like other people. I was deceived by his role in as a CBN governor before. I was deceived by that. I thought that he's different from others, but I was wrong. He's even more, deadly and more weak, more senseless than any other people that you can think of. Even though Biano is far, far better. I have seen some Anabarian bloggers clapping that he's building one park, he's building this one. Just like what the one anyone is doing, building this and construct this is good. We are building it for Fulani to take over because they're going to create IDP camp if you continue to do your stupidity. Then you won't hear this guy talking. Not at all. Is it so? These are the kind of people that after listening to their comment or watching their video, sometimes I feel like if it is possible, I know it will cost life, but if it is possible for us, for our people, even Igbo youths, those that are pushing barrel, those that are carrying rod, to just let Fulani take over Igbo land, even if 1 month or 1 month, 3 months. In fact, no. 1 month, 2 months is too much. Let's say 2 weeks, 1 week, 2 weeks, that they are in control, fully in control of Igbo land. If it's possible, I will be in support of it. 1 week, 2 weeks. Let us see. By the time they get behind them at the cocoa, sometime maybe that will reset your brain. And you need to, before you start sabotaging, please, because some of you don't tell people when you start. We only can see your comment and your movement, then we know that you are now a full-time saboteur, satisfied with the license. So before you become that, I would like you to go and search on YouTube clips about what happened in Yemen, clips about what happened in Afghanistan. That's the name, Afghanistan. Afghan. Please take your time, watch about how these people that are waiting to take your land, because the same template is what they're putting. And go and check how Turkey fought to become Islamic country. This, for your educational purpose, like for you to have knowledge of what you are expecting. Somebody who is sensible cannot, like before you travel abroad, for example, when you want to travel maybe to any country, let's say you want to go to Denmark, somebody comes there, the agent called you and said that there's a visa, this will cost you some amount of money for you to land yourself in Denmark as a student, or maybe you apply for work. You want there's job opportunity in Denmark, and the visa will cost you some amount of money. If you are smart at all, if you are somehow reasonable, first thing that you will need to do before making payment is you have to go to Google and read about Denmark, at least to know even their currency, their flag, what you should expect there. That's what first thing sensible people will do, or what sensible people is expected to do, is to do a little bit, just small, minor, mini research about the country that you are traveling to. Okay? Now, I want to apply what I said now to this issue. Begin now to watch, to do some research about how, people that are countries that have Sharia law, what it's all about, where, this, I don't want to use the word terrorist. There's a word they called this Islamic country. Have Taliban. Is it called the one they call Taliban about that? This is a terrorist group, although. But try your best to see how life is, how people live in such environments, what it means to live in such environment, in such society, so that you will have knowledge of what you should expect. Now you are like this guy. This one is now in South Africa, saying what he's saying. He don't know. You may live there, it may not affect you, but at the end of the day, it will affect your loved one. Remember, Zeke, when he was doing his own, he did not know that it is going to get it. If you played what is going on now to Zeke, I don't think he had give him chance to take the decision that he took before. I don't think he will repeat it again. Just like Go On. Go On may out of, I know in his secret in his bedroom he will be regretting. Public he will pretend that he need to maintain his stand as an old soldier. They say old soldier never die, but old soldier die in his room, like in his quiet place, he will be regretting. Do you understand? Now let us go back to this guy. Listen.
For over 12 years. If not.
And you mention what Masakan have achieved for over 12 years. Whereas, and this is the same guy that's on social media, there's a lot of clips of people not Igbo people thanking him for awakening them, for telling them this, that what they're going through now, they are not Igbo people, but they are not appreciating Masamkano's message of those years. Somebody who happened to be one of the comrades with Masamkano's cabinet and the Masamkano's movement all this while is telling you that that he's achieved nothing, that he should be in jail. That if you cannot put him in jail, that nobody should be in jail. These are things we are hearing from Igbo brothers. Ijele have said it. This guy is saying it again. Yet Masamkano's wife is clapping for them. I don't want to go there though, but I just want to remind you that. But listen,
putting fear in people, making Southeast ungovernable.
You know what I mean?
You know, inventing all manner of crime. Today, people roast human flesh and eat. If you are into security, you will agree with me that people are eating human flesh in search of diabolic power. People are killing their own brothers. Now, if you have problem with your brother, you will just go and call struggling people within this Kano and this is Simon Eba. And they will come and kill you.
I mean, this is the problem I have with this, some of our people. If you hate somebody, why don't you just, because this is where education comes to play. I think one of the things that makes some people act this way is ignorant. Like, yes, I'm not saying you should be very, very super educated, but basic education is very, very important. So that one comedian that I was watching said that the guy said that in this present age, that you need education in everything, even if you do a shower work, that you need basic education, which is true. That there's a difference between how far now and how are you, my friend? As you are here telling people that people are eating human flesh, people are eating human body in search of diabolical power. So Masakan is not the diabolical priest, chief priest, or PM is not having their own shrine that demand everyone to go and buy. How is that? I mean, the way some people reason, so how is that Masamkano's fault? If it's way to go. We saw people, some clips from Yoruba land, cannibalism. Cannibalism is going on in the other parts. People are doing it's even government fault. People are doing Yahoo, eating. Some even went as far as drinking people's urine, eating some people's poo-poo, just to make money. So you ignore people that actually invent poverty, and they're not pushing that to PM and the mass of the can. And Abba get an but you keep on using, not only you, like I said, many people are like that, using something that is not comparable to compare nonsense. But like I said, I'm trying my best to make the video not to be too long. Just watch.
Somebody like me, if you go home, you have to guide yourself with more than 20 to 30 security personnel.
Somebody like him, if you go home, you have to guide yourself with 20 to 30 personnel. Why you are guiding yourself? Because you know that you are calling for the head of people, and people that are calling for the head will not like you to have your own head. As simple as that. Which is why, if you trace it very well, you are one of the people that are creating insecurity. Because imagine when you are guiding yourself with 20 30%. So people that are moving, going to their businesses every day, they are not the problem. You are more important than them because you have you have volunteered yourself to destabilize and plant insecurity in our land. Sincere, people that are sincere or honest people that are truthful to themselves, the indigenous people, the common people in our land know. They know that you are not a problem to them. Nobody will go for that. But if you travel and decide to have security that do this and do that, after supporting, let's assume that Mason Khan is what you say that he is. You should be in jail then because you are one of them. You are one of him, one of those that you are not calling him that he's a problem. His problem. What about the one that you participated? I started by mentioning your encounter with Ijeda. Why I did not go deeper because I don't want it to be like that. There are many things that they can discuss about you and Ijeda. Ijeda hate Master Mekano today, not because he have any business with Master Mekano in the past, not at all, but because of the action that some of you took, pretending that you are doing it for Master Mekano is one of the reasons why Ijeda is acting like he's acting now. Please make sure you like the video in case you are joining us. And I know the video will be long. I can assure you that the video, if you finish before 1 hour, then I will thank God. This is 36 minutes in the video, and make sure that you like the video, subscribe to the channel. We have to do it this way because I don't know, if I will have time to stream this morning or this afternoon. So I'm trying to see in case. So if we are having postponing this video. I said it in a few of my, I think last 2 videos, I made it clear that we are going to talk about these clips. Okay, I say clip because there's another one I'm going to bring in, but that one is quite short than this. So let me allow him to complete his statement. Then we move to the one that Uche before said. Listen.
Because of Ndishi Kano and the Ndishi Simon. And when you speak the truth, everybody will hate you. Oh, but you are part of them. Yes.
Exactly.
I accept.
Exactly. So thank God, since if you are part, you should also be, since you are calling to hang him, to buy him, you should follow suit then. Not like me. I'm not an IPOB member, like oath member or being in the cabinet or being in the media. No, I'm not. But does it mean that IPOB or the Manokan is they are criminals? That's is no. But you have some people who want to criminalize everything after they kidnap him. When he was here, some people may be committing one or two crimes, which you cannot tie to Masokan because Masokan did not send anybody. He is not in control of your day-to-day activities. If you know me and say, Masakai, how are you? I say, I'm fine. Then we talk and we are talking, we are communicating. Then all of a sudden, he decided to wear Ubuni to go and buy people, and you're being caught on that. Does it mean that I'm part and parcel of you? No, because I did not send you. We not planned it. But not when you're a full member of an organization that you want to buy their leader and you want to exonerate yourself. You actually calling for your own head then. That is how you think if Nigeria is a society that will work. Of course, you have to face that thing that you committed. They will call you. But they won't call you because they know the Matakan did not commit any offense. You are the one trying to paint him down, trying to paint him bad. And your problem started when you said that Master Mekano should come, when each time he appeared in the court, he should open his mouth and disassociate himself from PM, which he did not. Since that day, Master Mekano become a criminal to you. So we know the source and how the whole thing started though. But listen.
I apologize for that. It's a thing wasted years. And I vow that I will never forgive myself for doing that. Because after that 10 years that I spent there, tell me one thing we achieved. Nothing. Nothing. The only thing that I can boldly say, we achieved is people dying untimely, sending people to their early grave, and destroying our place, destroying a place that we can't even review. And setting
all these things, like I started by telling you that for you to become a politician and a governor, you have to sign that you will be a slave. This is it. The day he made a video and said that he had ambition to become a politician, This is the education they gave to him. You need to prepare your mind like this, and he's doing that out of ignorance, thinking that it's gonna help. And you cannot be more politician than P2P. I dare you to use that energy that made P2P to become president. Let us see. Let us see. Even in as much as making him a president to become a president now will somehow bring more problems to Igbo, to our freedom, because some gullible people will say, we say he's so if he can be president, then it could be me next time. Imagine how our people are thinking now that you have never been a president for more than 50 years now. In fact, since the creation of Nigeria. Imagine how the mind will twist all of a sudden just to that you make people to be one-term presidency or president or whatever you call that. So it will be, but Fulani out of their, they're too relaxed. They don't believe you can do anything, so they're not going to give it to you, and they have to hold it to make sure they conquer you, which they already they have started although. But mmiri unu na-ada obi izu ọ ga-ama oyukwu mmanya nta. Now let us go to Ichemefo and hear what he have to say his own.
Recent statement by Professor Charles Soludo, the governor of Anambra State, that 99% or 99.9% of the criminals in the southeast are in Anambra, kidnapping and killing innocent Igbo sons and daughters are all Igbos. It's not new. This is long overdue. The governor should have said this a long time ago, and this is what we've been saying. But the governor himself, even at that, is still very much economical with the truth. He failed in naming directly who are involved in those kidnappings, the atrocities, the crime against humanity, all manner of criminality, and the destruction of lives and property. We all know who are involved. These are ESN bandits set up by Nnamdi Kanu, the supreme liar, Alumeli Igbo.
The supreme liar, Alumeli Igbo. Let me take it back.
We all know who are involved. These are ESN bandits set up by Nnamdi Kanu, the supreme liar, Alumeli Igbo.
Now, this man here talking, Uchemefo, happened to be deputy. He deputized Mas Nnamdi Kanu, and they started having their differences, which is normal. He said to the camp, he tendered his resignation. After that, there's a rumor that he went to school and all this from IPOB post. I don't know. That's a rumor. Okay, I don't have any evidence of that. But whether it is true or not, you have served as a deputy. Now he is your boss is now the problem. And last time I checked in 2015, there was a time when Matakam was in prison. You were piloting the affair. You were piloting the affairs, and I remember when you gave this art order from your office. Okay, you called for protest at Head Bridge on Nature. They massacred Igbo youth. Is it Matakam kind of fault? I mean, even if let us just because some of us, some of us are very, very funny. I just remind you one. Matakana was in prison. First turn of Buhari. His first turn. He was in prison. You are the one in charge. You gave order. Igbo youth went on the streets to protest. And by that singular act, because of that singular act, Igbo youth was massacred. They buy them. And you are tagging it to Mazaman Namordekan under your own authority. Just like what they did now, they kidnap Mazaman again, that he's not here. DOS called IPOB to protest in Aba, where they would decide to wear uniform, white and white. And they went there, they got massacred again. Now, all this, they are pushing it to Master Mordecai. Then you ignore those that have pulled the trigger. Ike gwụkwara ọkwa n'ụta ka ndị Igbo si wee dị. My dear, Ike gwụkwa. Can you just, I'm not going to say much about this. I'm not going to say anything again. You yourself, I want to hear your own opinion on comment section. Please make sure you like the video and subscribe. I cannot just wait to read comment on this video. Share it on any platform of your choice. Remember, my mission here is not to call for the head of which before weekend. No. I'm not calling for their head. I'm not saying you should fight them. I'm not saying you should go and fight or commit any crime. I just want us to know who is who. It is wrong to see when there are, or to see when somebody, let me put it right, when people are trying to blackmail other people just to make them look bad, for them to elevate themselves as saint. I don't know if you understand what I'm talking about. It is very, very, very wrong. It is not acceptable at all by every means necessary to see somebody that somehow you know very, very well that this person did not commit this sin, being tagged to commit something when the person did not commit anything. And you allow that person to go in for that, even though when you know the truth and you are watching another person, calling for the head of that person, tagging every crime onto him, you are just watching. It's not good. Let us be honest. That does not mean that I'm saying that you should go and commit any crime or kill anybody. I'm not in support of that. Please, please make sure that you subscribe to the channel. See you again. God bless you. And don't forget to put your comments. Bye bye.